愛こそは目に見えない幻想愛あるなら全てさらけ出して愛してると胸に刻み込んで捧げれば
Yo, what's up, guys and gals? Welcome to Thursday. Mr. Mac here. And lucky for you, today's going to be an easy day. So, guys, I'm not going to cover anything new today. What I'd like to do is do a little bit of review. We haven't reviewed in a couple of weeks. So, short video today. I'm just going to show you a couple of examples, give you some review questions to do later, and then we'll go over it tomorrow. So today and tomorrow, we're just going to do a little bit of review. And then next Monday, we'll get started on residual plots, because that can be a little complicated. I want to have a full week to go over that. So rather than covering it now and then forgetting it over the weekend, we'll just get a fresh start with residual plots on Monday. So for today, review. And specifically, I want to review one easy thing. And that goes back to quadratic equations. And specifically, what I want to do is to learn how to find the vertex and the axis of symmetry in a quadratic. And you know what? Let me bust out, yes. Let's bust out the graph. So let me fix these windows real quick and we'll get started. Okay. So this graph looks kind of weird on the screen. I hope it looks normal when we change this to video. So anyway, here's your graph. Couple of quick reminders. Quadratic equation is shaped like what letter? If you said the letter G, you need help. It is shaped like the letter U. Okay? And the standard form of a quadratic, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Okay? So, vertex and axis of symmetry. The vertex, let me change this. Let me make a different looking one. Ooh, sorry about that, camera. Back, there you go. Let's make this kind of here. Right there. Okay? So, the axis of symmetry is the center line. Okay, I didn't draw it very symmetrical, but you get the idea. The vertex is the center point. All right, it's the either lowest point on the graph or the highest point on the graph if the graph was upside down. But since it's not, it's the lowest point on the graph. That's the vertex. And the axis of symmetry is the line that goes through the vertex. It's the line that separates our parabola, our U shape, into two equal sides, left and right. Okay? So, what I want to do is remind you guys, review, well, if we're given an equation like this, how do I find this point and how do I find that line? How do I find the vertex and how do I find the axis of symmetry? And it's easy. Okay, so change whiteboards here. So I'm going to put an equation here. I wrote one down. X squared plus 4x minus 7 equals 0. Okay, and don't forget the regular form, ax squared plus bx plus c. So this is our a right here, which there's nothing in front of the x squared, so we know that that's an understood 1, right? So we can put a 1 there. Here's our b, and here's our c. A, b, and c. A, b, c. So to find the vertex of this equation, to find that lowest point, I'm going to erase this, we don't need that right there. We use this formula. It's a little fraction. B divided by I'm sorry, negative b divided by 2a. Okay, so what is our b? Is 4. So this becomes negative 4. What is our a? Our a is 1. So it's divided by 2 times 1, which is 2. And negative 4 divided by 2 equals negative 2. Sorry, had a brain lapse there for a second. Okay, so x equals negative 2. This is x equals b divided by 2a. Okay, so x equals negative b divided by 2a. b is 4, so that becomes negative 4, divided by 2 times a. Well, a is 1. It's an understood 1 because there's nothing in front of x. And 2 times 1 is 2. So negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. So x equals negative 2. Well, what does y equal? This whole thing equals y. This whole thing right here equals y. So I just found out what x is. It's negative 2. I'm going to plug negative 2 in place of x here and of x here. So let's take these out and replace it with negative 2. And this also becomes negative 2. And now I just simplified. Negative 2 squared is 4, because negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. And negative 7 is just sitting out there chilling, negative 7. So 4 minus 8 is negative 4, minus 7 more is negative 11. So my y is negative 11. So remember, your vertex is a point. Well, here's the coordinates of my point, x and y. Negative 2, comma, negative 11. So if I had my graph, negative 2 on the x, negative 11 way down here somewhere, that would be my vertex. And it's opening upwards because the a is positive. Now, what's the line of symmetry? Well, the line of symmetry, remember, is the line that the vertex passes through, right here. It's going to be this. And what is that? Well, that is x equals negative 2, right here. Right? A straight up and down line is just x equals something, because it doesn't have a y coordinate. It's just straight up and down x. And in this case, x equals negative 2. Your line of symmetry is negative 2. So, in answer to the question, what is the vertex? The vertex is negative 2, comma 11. What is the axis of symmetry? It's whatever x is, negative 2. Okay? Let me do one more for you. Here's another quadratic. So I got y equals negative x squared plus 6x plus 1. Okay? So first, let's find out what x equals. Well, x equals negative b divided by 2a. So you just have to remember that little fraction. b is 6, so that becomes negative 6. a is negative 1 because there's a negative in front of the x and there's an understood 1 there. So 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So negative 6 divided by negative 2 is positive 3. So my x equals 3. Now how do I find y? I'm going to take this 3 and I'm going to substitute it for those x's right there, because that will tell me what y is. Y equals this. Well, I know what x is, so I'm going to put a 3 here, and I'm going to put a 3 here in place of x. So what's negative 3 squared? Well, negative 3 times itself is positive 9, plus 6 times 3 is 18, plus I got this 1 chilling out here. So 9 plus 18 is 27, plus 1 is 28. So y is 28. Easy enough. What's my vertex? 3, comma, 28. What's my line of symmetry? It's whatever x is, positive 3. All right? That's it, guys. I wanted to review how to find the vertex and the axis of symmetry from a standard quadratic equation. And I just gave you 2 examples. You guys want one more? Yeah, let's do one more. Let's go 2x squared minus 3x plus 4. And this is y equals. So, how do I find x? Negative b divided by 2a. Oops, I'm sorry. Let's make this 6. No, let's make this 8. That'll make it easy. Okay. So negative b, negative 8 divided by 2 times a. Well, a is 2, so 2 times 2 is 4. So negative 8 is positive 8, double negative. And positive 8 divided by positive 4 is 2. So my x equals 2. Now what about y? Well, y equals this. I know what x is. It's 2. So let's replace this x with 2. And I'm going to replace this x with 2. PEMDAS, what comes first? Exponent. 2 squared is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. Minus 8 times 2 is 16, and then my plus 4 chilling out there on the right. 8 minus 16 is negative 8, and negative 8 plus 4 is negative 4. So my y equals negative 4. What's the vertex? Here's my x-coordinate, y-coordinate right there. 2, comma, negative 4. And what is the line of symmetry? It's whatever x is. And now, in this case, it's 2. There you go, guys. Real simple. So I'm going to post a review sheet for you guys to do tonight. You do not have to turn this in. Let me say that again. This you do not have to turn in. This is us practicing. So just like when you do anything with practice, especially these worksheets, on a separate sheet of paper, make a column. This is you trying it over here. Try it on your own. On your own. And then over here, tomorrow, I am going to go over this review sheet that we're going to do together. So, on a separate sheet of paper, on your own, I think there's 8 problems. Try the 8 problems here. Tomorrow when we go over it, you can do the correct answers. You do not have to turn this in. Not today, not tomorrow. This is just practice. However, check it out. Oops. This is the sheet right here. Here's your review sheet for tonight. These 3 questions that are in red ink, find the vertex and the axis of symmetry. It's exactly what we just did. Those 3 are extra credit. So, what you can do, either today, tonight, or tomorrow after we go over it, you're going to send me an email and you're going to give me the answer to number 6. You'll have a point, x comma y, and the axis of symmetry. Number 7, x comma y, axis of, number 8, same thing. You just send me an email. You've got the answers to 6, 7, and 8 in your email. You get extra credit, all right? But you don't have to turn this. You're not going to be penalized if you don't do it. This isn't a grade. You don't have to turn this in. This is us doing some review, all right? That's it for today, guys. Have fun with this tonight. Give it your best shot. Don't forget the red ink is extra credit. We're going to go over it tomorrow, and I'll see you then.